Right. Let us move to the further. So I'll go to 11 under that files, under that index. So I'll take up index of files. So I'll be showing you and come to the point back. Here, this part was completed yesterday. Now, today we are going to discuss this area now. Let us move to the working with what? JSON files. Working with JSON files, I'm going to discuss today. So let us start with working with JSON file. Important in NumPy pandas level, when I'm dealing with CSV file, JSON file also will be coming in front of you students. Let us start with JSON stands for JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. JavaScript Object Notation. So I hope that you completed JavaScript. Completed JavaScript completed all of you? Right, good. So all event delegation model, everything completed. Client side validation rules, regular expressions completed. Hmm? Yeah, sir. Is that event delegation model, regular expressions completed? Hmm? No. When you click on the button of HTML, validating at the client side completed? No. Regular expressions completed? Still course is over? Over or going on? Over. But is this topics covered? Huh? No. Then who is your faculty? Huh? Who is that? So let us move to the further. I'll move to the further. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. I will go to JSON. JSON deals with JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. JSON contains two parts. JSON contains two parts. JSON contains two parts. One is, here I will explain its importance. Number one, JSON string data. JSON string data. Next, number two, JSON file data. JSON file. There are two notations will be there. JSON string data and one more is called what? JSON file. Why we use this JSON string data and JSON file data? What is the significance of it? In web application development, in web application development, in web application development, or in any internet-based application, internet-based application, internet-based applications, the data to be transferred, the data, that is nothing but data from browser to be transferred, to be transferred to the transferred, transferred to the server side application, data to be transferred from browser. Browser is nothing but what here? Client. Browser is supposed to be clarified from where? Client. To be transferred from client. So, sorry, JavaScript, JavaScript, sorry, JavaScript ఉంటుంది కదా పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఒకసారి ప్రసాదం అంటే ఒకటి ఏం చెప్పలేదు JavaScript కంటెంట్ ఉంది కదా ఒకసారి కాపీ చూడండి. So here data from here data from browser to be transferred to where? Server side application. To transfer the data from browser data from browser to be transferred to the server side application in the form of one file, in the form of one file, in the form of one file, in the form of one file. What is that file called? What is that file called? JSON file. There are lot of file formats are there. JSON file format it is transferred. Sir, why this will be coming in the JSON file format? Because it is one of the lightweight file format. Lightweight file format. In this JSON file concept, not only in Python, you will be coming across in Java also. You will come across in Java. You will come across in C#.net. In all these kind of places, you will come across this JSON file data. For which purpose? To transfer the data from browser to what? Server side application. In web application development, data transferred, data transferred between between client side application and server side application to be done always in the form of what? JSON file format. Sir, why? Because it is one of the lightweight file format. Lightweight file format it is. It is not going to be the heavyweight format. When you go to Django level, you will come across in Django level, in Java level, servlets if you go, in ASP.NET if you go, all the web application development uses this file format called JSON file format. Example, when I go to HTML forms, HTML forms completed, HTML forms input type is equal to text, number of controls completed, date kind of control, submit kind of control, reset kind of control, hmm? Providing the help to the help to the text field, providing help to the text field, mirror image, all the things completed, right? So I'm not asking question, just I'm confirming. So there I'm going to take up. When you go to this place, here I'm going to write it HTML forms. HTML forms, if I take it, HTML forms, if I take it, you take a small example here, something like this you take. This is called your HTML file format. Suppose I am entering the name wrong. I am entering the name wrong here. Name is wrong. How do you validate by using JavaScript? Have you learned that validation rules? Suppose enter the first name. I am entering 1, 2, 3, 4. Have you written the code for validation rules? Hmm? ఏం నేర్చుకున్నారు మీరు మరి? What did you learn? Suppose date of birth. I am entering month place 25 entered. 25 I entered. In month place I entered what? 25. In DD place I will enter 64. In year place I will enter 001. Valid date format or invalid date format? Invalid date format. That means immediately it should get a message that invalid date format. Have you learned that rules of validations? Data validation rules you learned like that? Huh? SRA? Stand up once. How do you read the code? Uh, How do you read the code? నేర్చుకున్నా అన్నావు కదా, ఎట్లా రాస్తావు జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ లో? గుర్తులేదా? నేర్చుకున్నా, ఫంక్షన్స్ రాసి ఎలా కాల్ చేయాలో తెలుసుకున్నావు. కూర్చోండి. రైట్. ఏజ్, ఏజ్ యు ఆర్ ఎంటరింగ్. సపోజ్ 201 యు ఆర్ రైటింగ్. 201. 201 వ్యాలిడా ఇన్వాలిడా? Invalid. So age of the person should be what? 0 to 100 years. More than that and less than this should not be entered. This validation rules you need. JavaScript is meant for validation rules of client side. Whenever you define the form, it is a very important thing to learn in JavaScript is regular expressions to be learned with the data validation rules. Of course, in the Python, I will tell regular expression. Python level regular expressions is for server side coding. Client side validation regular expressions are there. You need to learn it. Overall together. See, when we are going to learn certain thing, when you are going to fill the data at the browser side, internally, this entire data will be transferred from browser to the server side in the form of one file. That file is known as which file today? JSON file format. How it is going to be taken? We are taking first name, it is called what? Label, and this is called a text field. So you are going to give input type is equal to text, name is equal to something, value is equal to something, size is equal to something, disable or enable or something. You are writing so many properties. Input is called what? Tag. Under that, lot of attributes will be there. Have you seen the help of input tag? Help. In Python, I used to say help of set, help of list, like that. Have you seen the help of input tag in HTML? Hmm? help. No. ఎవరేం చెప్పిన ఇట్లా ఓపెన్ అని తప్పితే ఏం లేదు. You need to have, I already said to you, need to say the help of every tag. How do you say the help of every tag in HTML? How to see the concept of everything in JavaScript? Try to ask all these things. Try to be active little bit. So first name, it is called one kind of attribute name, value what you entered. Last name, what you have entered. Next is called a date of birth, what you have entered. Next is called email address, something like that. All the fields with values you are going to send. This is prepared called what? One file will be created. When you fill up that, the moment when you submit, the entire form data will be sending from browser to where? Server side in the form of one file format called JSON file format. This JSON file format, when it comes to the server side programming, there we are going to retrieve the data in the form of dictionary. Java also dictionary is there, Python also dictionary is there, C#.net also dictionary is there. Sir, why it is in the form of dictionary all the ways? Because the JSON file format contains in the form of what? Key comma value pair. What is the key? HTML form field name. What is this? These things values are called HTML form value which you are entering. The value you are entering in text field, the value you are entering in text area, the value you are entering in radio button. Like that, those things are taken as values. So HTML form field names are what? Keys, and whose values are dynamically entered by the user are called values. So how JSON file related to my Python? Every JSON file data is called my form data, which is sending to the server in the form of this file format. So here I'm going to write it. JSON string data, JSON file data, both of them are related in Python in the form of which format? Which object format? Dict object format. Dict object format. This is also called a dict object format. Dict object format. So we need to understand how to convert, how to get the JSON file data into dict object, how to convert JSON string object into what? Dict object. So overall together is going to be, when I am working with JSON files in Python, which is going to be the object is used there? Dict object. Dict object will present in which memory? Main memory. Every object of that Python belongs to what? Main memory. Main memory, to which memory I want to save it? Secondary memory. So which is the best file format to hold the dict data? JSON file. So JSON file I will, any file you can save, but the best file format is JSON file. JSON file to bringing into main memory means which object? Dict object. So dict object to JSON file. JSON file to what? Dict object. When I go to the web application development using full stack Python, the HTML form data will go to the backend. In backend, I will get this JSON file data into which object? Dict. Dict data once again sending back to what? Browser. Again, one more file format. What is that file format? JSON file format. So what is the conversion between taking place? What is the conversion here? What is the conversion is going on? Muddu, ఏం రాదా ఎందుక మీరు? What is this entire data? Form data. Form data sending to browser, from browser to server side programming in the form of which file? JSON file. JSON file contains what? Key value. What is the key? HTML form field names. What is that next? Values which you entered in the form is called what? JSON values. JSON keys are what? Form field names that are going to the backend programming. Who is that backend programming? Python programming in Django I will write. In Python programming, receiving the JSON file data in the form of what? Dict. So JSON file data will come to dict. The dict data will go to the JSON file. So here there are conversions I am writing here. What you are supposed to learn? There are four things you are supposed to learn it. This code indicates number one is called convert. What? JSON convert. Which data? Dict object data into which file? JSON file data. Next, convert convert JSON file data into what object? Dict object. This is the 3 and 4. Next is called what? One more kind of thing. JSON string data. JSON string data into which object? Dict object. And the next is called what? Dict object data into what? JSON file. JSON string. JSON string. So look at these two things carefully here. And a major important thing is this one. At least one JavaScript program need to call another JavaScript program. At least have you learned this? Have you learned? ఏం నేర్చారు మీరంతా అసలు? ఏం నేర్చారా మీరు అసలు? So let us go to the, it is unnecessary, but being a monitoring of this full stack Python, what you are learning, I need to know first of all. So here I am going to enter into the further JSON string data into what? Dict object. This is something different. This is in main memory only we are dealing. This is from main memory to which memory? Secondary memory. This is from secondary memory into main memory. So let me go to the first one. I'm going to take up the new program here. Let us start here. I'm going to take up Python here. Program for converting JSON string data into which object? Dict object. JSON str data in str data to dict data.py. So I'm going to write it. First of all, you observe it. JSON str fmt is equal to single quote start, single quotes end. Anything you enclose like that, it is called what? Come on, Modu. String కాదు అది STR. స్ట్రింగ్ ఉండదు పైథాన్లో. స్ట్రింగ్ ఉంటుంది బయట, అది రెడ్ కలర్లో తాగేది అది. పైథాన్లో ఏముంటుంది? మీరు ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేయకుండా ఏం చేస్తున్నారు అమ్మా? మీరు ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేయకుండా ఏం చేస్తున్నారు మీరంతా అంటున్నా? వితౌట్ డూయింగ్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ వాట్ ఆర్ యూ డూయింగ్? చేస్తారా? వదిలేసారా? అది చేయండి. సో without that single quotes, whatever I am writing, it is called which type? STR. Come on, students, online students. So now I am going to take it. Within that single quotes, I am writing which type? STR. There I am writing double quotes. Here first I will write one small explanation here. Here some variable name is equal to single quotes. This is called a single quote. That is basically called what? STR. JSON string format. It is something new for you. To get the grip in that, it takes some time for you. And I am opening this bracket and I am closing this bracket. It is called which type now? Also called string only. Without this single quotes, if I remove, it is called which type? Set or dict? Dict. It is not a set, it is a dict. So completely forget. ఎప్పుడైనా చదివితే కదా. So here I am writing some x is equal to already I was shown in the class. Perfectly I was shown. X comma type of x, which is called what? Dict. X is equal to in the single quote. Now I am writing like this. It is called what? X type of x. It is called str. Str. It is also looking like same. It is also looking like same. Now this case, you observe it within the single quote. This one, it is not a dictionary. It is called which type? Come on, str. So I'm going to write it. I'm going to write it within the double quotes. I will write it key one colon value one, key one colon value one, key two colon value two, key two colon value two, comma, so on, key n colon value n, key n colon value n. So end of this entire stuff. Students, you try to follow. This is called which type of data? Generally, within the double single quotes it is available. It is an str. But this str internally containing what? Key comma value pair. So the data will be coming to our programming of data science or some different places. We will be getting the data in the form of string only, but internally that is containing which data? Key comma value pair. That is known as what data? JSON string data. Which data? Right. It is not completely dict, it is not completely str. It is a combination of both of them. That is known as what? JSON string data. So important. So I will write it here as an example. SNO colon 100. Completely within the double quotes. Comma. Name colon. I am writing something like Rosam. I am writing something like Rosam, comma, next I'm writing something like marks colon, I'm writing 56.78. That is going to be end of it. Please be careful. Whatever is written in the double quotes, it is available, and each and every key and value to be written within the double quotes. Now I'm going to write it. Print of content of what here? JSON string format, JSON string format, JSON string format is equal to what here? JSON str format. JSON str format. Now I'm going to write it. Print of what I'm writing? Type. Type of what? JSON format is equal to type of what here? Like this I wrote it. Please observe it. What is the JSON string? Anybody ask you what is your answer? What is your answer? ఇంకా అర్థం కాకపోతే మీరు ఏం స్టూడెంట్స్ అసలు? వాట్ ఇస్ ద JSON string data? JSON string data is a collection of keys and value pairs enclosed within double quotes, and that entire thing to be enclosed within one more kind of thing. It is something like a simple notation where it is enclosed within single quote with a curly braces, key and then value, key and then value. This format is called what? JSON string format. As a list you said within the square bracket, tuple you said within the braces, and then set dict you said within the curly braces, and double quotes you said it is a string data, but it is going to be which format? JSON string format. This is done. Execute. If you don't understand, helpless. We made our efforts to make you to understand. So here I am going to write it. I will go to this 11 a.m. here, 11 a.m. here. There I am going to write it JSON. JSON I am going to write it. In this, I will write it this format. Go to the command prompt now. What is the JSON string format? Compulsory question. Everybody will ask in the industry. What is the JSON string format? enclosed in single quote, curly braces, key value within the double quotes. Another key, another value within the double quotes. This you will come across in the Django level once again. I am teaching in Python itself. If you understand, understand. Otherwise, it's your choice. 11 a.m. Next is called CD JSON, separate folder, PY. Here I am going to write it. This is called what? Looking like exactly like a dictionary, but it is not a dictionary. It is called which data? STR. So this I have to convert into which type? Which type? ఇది ఎట్లా కనిపిస్తుంది మొద్దు. How it is looking like dict, but what is the type? But I want to get it in the form of keys. I want to get it keys. I want to get values. So I have to convert into which type? Dict. So now I am going to take up convert, convert which data? JSON str data into JSON str data into what? Dict object. Dict object. I need to convert. That is what is my first conversion. We need to convert JSON string data into which object? Dict, dict object. For that, in order to deal with JSON string data, JSON file data. As we have seen already previously, CSV file want to deal with. We use a module called what? CSV module. In order to do this JSON data in Python programming, we will use one module called what? JSON module we use it. What is the module name? JSON module we use it. In the JSON module, there is one type of function. So what we do? Import. Here I am going to write it. Import. What is the function name? What is the file name? JSON. In JSON, there is one type of function is available. json.loads. What is the function name? Loads. Loads that load. Yes, that yes indicates that JSON string. There I will pass it. Which parameter? Which argument? JSON string format I will pass it. Any variable name, pass the JSON string format. It is converted into which type? Dict object left side it returns. Which object it returns? Dict object. So very regularly we are going to come across JSON string data to be converted into which type? Dictionary. Because the dictionary contains many more functions are there. Keys, all those things are there. So how do you get it now? Convert it. Now print off. I'm going to write it. Here I will carry this entire information. Here I will carry this information. Content of dict object. Content of dict object. I will write it. Sorry. Content of dict obj is equal to this one. I will take it. Dict obj. I will take it. Next, I will take it type of dict obj. Type of dict obj. Here I will write it. Type of dict obj. I wrote it. Save this code now and see this now. Observe it. We are going to get it. This is a JSON string format. I am getting converted into which type? Dict type. Very, very important. Everybody will ask in interview point of view. How do you get the data now? For k comma v in dictobj dot items. Dictobj dot items. Print of backslash t. Like this, we are going to get it. Dot format of key comma value pair. Key comma value pair. So I'm going to get the data in the form of key comma value pair. So I will get it. This is in the form of a key comma value pair. So my conclusion is the data is coming in web application in the form like this. Which format it is? Not a dictionary format, not a string format. It is a combination of strings plus dictionary, which is known as what? JSON string data. JSON string data is nothing but one type of object only. Resides in which memory? Main memory. I want to convert it into what format? Dictionary. What is the function name I am using? Loads. So by using which function? JSON dot loads. So I converted JSON string data converted into which type? dict object, dict object. So this is finished. Very regularly asking question. Next question is what? Next part is by using what here? Convert dict object into which type? JSON string data. How do you convert any object into string data? How do you convert any object data into string data? str of we use it. str of. So we will use it. Dict obj we will take it. That dict obj I will convert it into which type? str. So I'm going to enter into the second program. Second program is that only. So I'm going to take it. Others here, Python, program for converting, program for converting dict obj data, dict object data into JSON string data, JSON string data. So I'm going to write it. Dict obj is equal to what is my data available here? What is my data available here? This is the data what I am having. Whose content I will display? Whose content I will display? So this content I am going to display. Here I am going to write it. I will print that. Yes, print it. Now you execute it. Here I am going to write it. Dict obj to which one? JSON data dot py. Dict obj to JSON data dot py. So there I am going to write it. Out of that, you execute it py. So here I'm going to get it. Dict object, I got it. This I want to convert it into which type? Hmm? Mudu, convert dict obj data, dict object data into JSON string data. JSON string data. ఎందుకు దీనికి ఒక పేరు కొత్తగా వచ్చింది JSON అని? Why it is coming some new word called JSON? It is used in web application development for lightweight to transfer the data. And that is coming in two varieties. One is in string format. Not string format means not in double quotes, not in single quotes, not in triple quotes like that. It is only one format called a single quote. It is in the curly brace. It is a key colon value, key colon value, key colon value. They for that they put a new name called what? JSON string data. JSON string data. So I'm going to write it JSON string data. So there I need to convert into which type? Which type I need to convert into? Dict type. Dict type is already there. I need to convert dict object into which type? JSON string data by using, here I will write it by using which function? str function. str function not belongs to the JSON module. By default belongs to the built-ins module. So I'm going to write it. What is that now? str of which object data I'm having? This part I'm having, which is going to convert it into the dict is converted into str. It is simply called as what JSON file format. JSON file format it is coming. I will print the data as it is. I will print the data as it is here. So I'm going to print it. Content of JSON string format. This is going to be coming here. JSON, JSON, str format, and type of JSON format is string type. It is printed. So save this code, execute it. Now you see, got it, py. So here we are getting the same dicted data converted into where? str format. Earlier program, if you look at, it was converted which data? String format converted into dict format. So we understood JSON string format converted into dict. Dict converted into what? This is happening in which memory itself? Main memory itself. This is called part 1. Very, very important. Online students, is this two examples are clear? Is this two examples are clear? Now I am going to enter into the second. Third one I am going to enter. Next I am going to enter into where? Convert the dict object into what file? JSON file. JSON file. Dict object into JSON file. I was already said any kind of iterable object is there to transfer all at once into the file as a single record. Which module we used it? Pickle module we used it. Which type of function I was used it? Dump we used it. We used the function name called a dump. Okay, that is saved as a record. That record I want to load from where? File of secondary memory into the object of main memory. Which module we used it? Pickle. Pickle. Which function we used it? Load we used it. Similarly, same to same, the pickling concept. Here also we are going to get it. In our place, what object is available? Dict object is available. I want to save it into which file? JSON file I want to store it. JSON file should have an extension called .json. CSV file will have an extension called .csv, JSON file. So, dict data object is more compatible with JSON file. There is a function name called dump. Again, what is the function name? Dump. But this function belongs to which module? JSON module. So JSON dot dump of dict object comma file pointer. Okay, that will be stored in the JSON file in the form of key comma value pair. That data I want to bring back to once again to where? Main memory in the form of which object? Dict object. There I will use the function name. Earlier we used what? Load. Here also load function will be there. That load function belongs to which module again? JSON module again. Very, very important again. Very, very important. In Django level, you will come across this concept. So even that faculty, anybody not teaching, at least you can have this knowledge. Nowadays, the people who are coming newly to the teaching, they are disturbing the students' mindset. ఇప్పుడు ఈ ప్రజెంట్ వరల్డ్ లో ఇన్ లాస్ట్ 5-6 years onwards, why students are not getting good jobs? Because this new people, this Munna Bhai MBBS and Shankarda MBBS people are coming to new teaching. After the BTech is over, failed candidates are coming to teaching and they are trying to teach their own knowledge. ఆ ఉన్న మిడిమిడి జ్ఞానంతో వచ్చి వాళ్ళు చెప్తున్నారు మీకు. A small knowledge they are coming and explaining. You are becoming grandfather to those people. And first of all, be careful. Ask many doubts. I already said in the day one, be careful. Once one course is over, within 10 days, something is getting completed. You will not get anything, students. Please take care about this entire information. Be serious about your studies. If you are not serious about it, they will tell something and they will say wind off. And when you go to an interview, you will come to know nothing will come from their explanation. That's why when they are teaching something, immediately open the Google and check for the topic. In Japan and beginning, first day one, which do that. And your body will not be compatible with your topics. Lazy completely. So try to do something more and more. So go to the program now. So I'm going to write the next program. What is the next program here? Others here. Python here. Now I'm going to take a program for come on, program for saving the dict object data into the which file? JSON file. JSON file by using which one? By using dump of which module? By using dump of which module? JSON module. JSON module. I will import JSON. I will take the dict object. Dict object data తీసుకుంటానేది. I will carry this. I will carry this data printed. Now I want to save the dict data. Save the dict data into the file of what? Into the JSON file. Files resides in where? Madhu? Files resides in where? Secondary memory. Already said resides in secondary memory. How do you do? With open, I will take the JSON file. ఎక్కడ 11 AM JSON అని ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేస్తాను ఇప్పుడు. JSON. Under that, I will create one small folder again, notes. Under the notes, I want to save my JSON file. I want to save my JSON file. In data science also, I will teach once again JSON files. చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఉంటుంది JSON, జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ ఇవన్నీ. నిద్రపోతున్నాడు ఆయన చెప్తా ఉంటే. ఐఎమ్ టాకింగ్, ఏదో తింటా నిద్రపోతున్నాడు. ఇట్లా మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తా ఉంటే నాకే టెన్షన్ వస్తుంది, మీరు ఎట్లా బతుకుతారని. నేను చిన్నపిల్లలను చూసా చిన్నప్పుడు, వాళ్ళు తింటా ఉన్నా. ఇంకొక దగ్గర కూడా చూస్తాను, ఎప్పుడన్నా మా ఊరికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు, దర్ ఇస్ వన్ ఆశ్రమ్ ఈస్ దేర్. ఇన్ ఫెస్టివల్ టైమ్ వీ గో దేర్. దేర్ ఆల్ devotees will be there. We used to observe very far away. What they will do, something like this they will do. We used to observe. మరి ఆ స్టూడెంట్ డివోటీనో లేకుండా నిద్రొచ్చే డివోటీనో, వీ డోంట్ నో ఎనీథింగ్. చదువుకోండి మీరు. సో go to the place. In this place I'm going to take up one file name. I will take it. What is the file name? Student dot stud. So I will write it here. Stud, student dot json. JSON. I'm going to take it. I will write it what? W as what? FP. What is FP here? Object of text IO wrapper. So always this FP is pointing to whom? This one. What W mode will do? Create. Right? This W will create this file in which mode? Write mode. It creates the file and opens in write mode and ready to perform write operation. Ready to perform write operation. How do you do now? JSON dot. What is the function name? Dump of which object? Dict object, comma FP. This JSON dot dump will take compulsory which object only? Dict object only it will take. And FP is called the file pointer which is pointing to this file. In this file, this entry will be done. Because of that, what is happening? Dict data saved in which file? JSON file. Has which data? Dict format only saved in. Verify. You need to verify. Right? Done. So let me execute this. Dict data converted into what? File. So from main memory, dict data is available. Dict object is available. We are saving into where? File. Which file I am taking? JSON file I am going to take it. It is available in the form of which data? Dict object data it is available. Dict object data it is available. So what is the function name I am using? Dump. So let us save this code. Now I am going to write the file name as dictobj to JSON file data dot what? Py. So there I am going to save it. So come to that. You go to this here. There was no such file is available here. I'm going to run this. Automatically this will be coming across. Execute. Now I'm going to write it py. So here I'm going to write it. This is a dict data. Dict data saved in JSON file in dictionary format. I will go to that format. Here you see CD notes you see. In this place dir you see. Is it JSON file created or not? I will open in the Windows location. It will be available. That file name symbol is called like this. It will be having curly braces inside. By seeing the file notation, you can understand whether it's a JSON file or CSV file or something. You can understand. Let me go to that. Open it. So here I am going to take a file here. So there I will take it 11 a.m. JSON file. Under that notes, you see there is something is available. ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తున్నది ఇది చెప్పేది. దుర్యోధన లాగా ఉండకండి. Try to be an Arjuna like. What is this indicates? That notation is which file? JSON file. That indicates which notation? Dictionary. So inside the file, how the data is available? Dictionary. So coming to this, by seeing the file, one can understand that that is called which file. Which file it is? Come on. ఇప్పుడు చదువుకోండి ఇక్కడ JSON source file. JSON source file. Let us open that and then see. Open that file. Go to that. Let us say click on it. Say open. Is my data available in the form of dictionary or not? Normally also you can write it. In the beginning days I wrote it. Right lines. List I wrote it. Couple I wrote it. Dict also I wrote it. But when you read, it will not come in what form? Dictionary form will not come. It will come only in the form of what? String format only will come. Again, string format to what format to convert? Dictionary how to convert. That is a long term process, but it is going to be very simple. So we understand with this syntax, the dictionary data can be saved in where? JSON file in the form of key comma value pair. This is what I completed. Converted dict object data into JSON file data. Opposite. Convert JSON file data into which object? That means from which place to which place you are reading. This is earlier from main memory to where? Secondary memory. This is which data? Dict data. To which file? JSON file. Now next what I am going to do? JSON file to which one? Dict data. That is what I am doing. Convert JSON file data into dict object. In our browser, in full stack web application development, the form data will be submitted to the server side programming. It will come in the form of JSON file. That JSON file data to be converted into which type? Dict object. We will process that. Again, we will send it in the form of which file only? JSON file. JSON file data to be converted into what again? Dictionary object. So JSON file data into dictionary object. Dictionary object once again sent to JSON file. Again, I will receive in the form of what? Dict. So this conversion is very important. Fourth conversion I am going to tell. What is the fourth conversion? Look at program for converting. Program for converting. Program for converting. Here I am writing which data? JSON file data into dict object data. Dict object data by using function name called what? Load of JSON file, JSON module. Earlier we have seen loads. Now it is load, only simply load. So import JSON. My file name is JSON file data to dict obj data. Dict obj data dot py. There I'm going to write it. How do I do? Tell me, how do you read the data from JSON file? Hmm? Hmm? Come on. With open. With open. What should I do? Which file name? Madhu? JSON file name. JSON file name. I need to take it JSON file name. So whatever the JSON file name is there, I will write R as what? FP. As FP. If the JSON file is not there, we will write what? One try and except. So here I am writing except. What is that exception? File not found error. File not found error. There I am going to write it. Print of what? File. JSON file. JSON file data does not exist. Does not exist. Does not exist. There I will write it. What should I do? With open, this is the one FP. What should I do now? I will write it. So FP is pointing to whom? JSON. Pointed to first record. Index is 0. Now I need to read. How do you read? Dict obj is equal to, come on, JSON dot load of FP. FP. Now I will print it. Now I will print it. I'm going to print it here. directly. What I'm saying here, content of dict_obj, type of dict_obj, directly loaded in the form of dictionary itself. Execute it, execute it. Now I'm going to execute py. So got it. Is it in the form of dictionary or not? So if I want to print the data once again back to it, I will go to this mechanism. I will go to this mechanism. Students, I will write this data. This I'm going to write it. So here I'm going to write it. So students, here I'm going to write it something like this. So save this data now. You see that this entire data printed in the form of like this. So if I write something like student1.json, you will getting what? JSON file does not exist. And this is a very serious topic. If you go to the data science level, in my cases, if I go to this place, Python for data science, if I go, there is a pandas, there is a data frame, there is a data sets are there with me. That is available in the form of which file? JSON file. ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఒకసారి JSON data. JSON data, CSV files are very, very important. నేను ఇవి చెప్పకుండా మీకు తెలియదు అసలు. ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ నో దిస్ ఎంటైర్ పార్ట్, ఇదంతా లేపేసేయచ్చు అసలు. దిస్ మొత్తం, దిస్ ఎంటైర్ థింగ్ జాతీయం చేసి అంకితం చేసేయచ్చు, నీకు అంకితం చేసేయచ్చు. అంకితం చేస్తే రేపు ఇఫ్ యూ గో టు దట్, ఇఫ్ ఐ డూ నేషనలైజేషన్, interviewer will ask you tomorrow, person like me will show HD cinema for you and you will fear to go to the interview. And if I tell all these things, you will become a powerful student. At least my quality I want to continue. I want to continue my quality. Whether student is sleeping like that or student is not reading, I will tell my quality of training. As a doctorate, I want to tell you this quality of education as long as I was in the teaching. And be careful, because these days new commerce are coming and explaining whatever they like, completely blunder. Blunder malla అందులో. So coming to the point of it, json.loads, json.dump, json.load, programming examples. So what are the conversions we learned? What are the code you learned it? Converting JSON string data into dict. Second one, dict into JSON string data, that is called main memory to main memory conversion. Third one is what? Converting dict object into JSON file, that is called a dump. And fourth is what? JSON file data into dict, that is called load. These are the very, very important. నేను అది ఓపెన్ చూస్తాను చూడండి, ఎంత పెద్ద డేటా ఉంటుంది అందులో. హౌ మచ్ బిగ్ డేటా is available. You see, this is containing what? Opening bracket. This is a duration. What is the duration? Key. Key. The key. What is this entire thing? Dictionary. What is the duration here? Is a key. Inside what is there? Dictionary. Over. Next is called what? Pulse. ఇది ఒక హాస్పిటలైజ్డ్ డేటా. డ్యూరేషన్ అండ్ పల్స్ రేట్ అండ్ క్యాలరీస్ బోర్న్ అనే ఒక కేస్ స్టడీ డేటా. దిస్ విచ్ ఐఎమ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్ ఇన్ నంపై పాయింటర్స్. సో పల్స్ రేట్ నెక్స్ట్. దాని తర్వాత క్యాలరీస్ బోర్న్ అనే ఇంకొక కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంటుంది. మ్యాక్స్ పల్స్. నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ వాట్? క్యాలరీస్ బోర్న్ అని ఇంకో కాన్సెప్ట్. See, the data is almost available. 686 lines of data is available. ఇంత పెద్ద డేటా ఉంటది. But what is these people are doing? Not telling anything. ఇక్కడ ఇల్లే కాదు, మొత్తం అంతే చెత్త మొత్తం. సో of course you need to realize this. That's why you have to have a questioning. You need to question it. You don't ask anything, they will not go. First of all, if you at least question it, they will prepare and come and tell. If you don't question it, problem always. So I will move to the further. I will go to the next. So this is going to be the most important. Is it understandable? So if anybody asks what is JSON, what is your opinion? Number one, JSON string data, JSON file. What is the JSON string data? It is in curly brace, in string notation, in dict format. That is called which notation? JSON string data. Where you can come across this JSON string data and JSON file in web application development. Between the browser and backend, some conversation will be going on. Sending request, sending response. Request sending, response receiving will be done in middle of these two application in one file format. That file format is JSON file format. JSON file format contains the data in the form of what? Dict data. How it is related to my Python? There is a data type called a dict. JSON data converted into which type? Dict type only. That's why there is a data type called function called load. Dumping dict data saved into the JSON file is a dump. Converting JSON record into the dict object as load. JSON string data to dict loads. Yes, sir. Dict object to JSON string data, str. Already that str conversion very long back I said. This is very important. From interview, this point will come. When you go to data science level, this type of data will be coming. This type of data will be coming. Are you following? So I will, or otherwise I will take out diabetics data, or WHO released some diabetics data, or WHO released some high blood pressure and low blood pressure people, and WHO want to release that. What the standard readings for blood pressure? Case study I want to develop it with NumPy pandas programming. That is called analysis and analytics. Okay. So that is the JSON file data importance. So be serious about this kind of CSV file, all these things. How do you read the data in CSV? Read underscore CSV, pandas. There also PD dot read underscore JSON. Read underscore JSON. In pandas, I will tell you once again that YouTube, ZTube, if you see, pandas will become panda. Within 1 hour, pandas over. You watch entire YouTube. Then beginning నుంచి చెప్తా ఉన్నాం మీకు. And all these things will not give you any job for you. They're all going for their views purpose, rating purpose. So on this wrong content, they are making some money in the YouTube. Not originally by telling to the students, they won't get it. So coming to the point back, this is about which concept we got. JSON file. Now I'm entering into what? Working with OS based operations. I'm going to enter. Working with OS based operations. Now I'm going to discuss. I will send you this JSON file data. Everything I will send you. Now I'm going to enter into working with OS based operations. Actually, it is not necessary. Some 6 to 7 years back, when my student went to interview, he got complete questions from there only. From that time onwards, I used to teach this OS based operation. From that time onwards, nobody asked questions on OS based operations. So from that time onwards, I added. So what is the OS? Hmm? What is OS? Hmm? What is OS? నవ్వుతారేంట చిన్న చిన్న లైక్ దట్. వాట్ ఇస్ ద యూస్? వాట్ ఇస్ ద యూస్ అంటే భయం ఒకటి, భయము మళ్ళా తెలియదు. దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ కాల్డ్ యువర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ నాట్ సేయింగ్ ద ఆన్సర్. వాట్ ఇస్ ద ఓఎస్? I already said in the beginning only, when my program is executing, OS will allot the resources to my program like main memory, secondary memory, processor. So many resources will be provided during execution. It is called resource allocation manager. Once my program gets executed, OS will take back the resources back to again. It is called deallocation manager. OS is one of the software which acts as a resource allocation manager and resource deallocation manager. I said already or not? గుర్తుండాలి కదా మొద్దు. One more I said to you what? OS is one of the interface between ఆ యూజర్ అండ్ కంప్యూటర్ ఎవడు చెప్పాడో గాని Chetha, Chethodu. It is the interface between the program and then computer hardware. Who said that? I don't know. It is entered into the brain like a user. Who is that user? A jalebi person who is selling pakodi, jalebi, etc. Who is selling here only. He is a user. He is using Windows OS. Huh? He is using Unix. Huh? He is called a user. Is he using any Windows OS? If he execute a Python program for his program and then computer hardware, OS is required. You are saying it is an interface between user and computer. What is this chatta definition? It is an interface between what? Program and computer hardware. That is called what? OS. Online students, are you following? Are you following online students? What I am trying to say. So, coming to the point of it, this is a OS which I already said. Come on, no need to respond. Only few people are responding. Aniket and Rudra Prakash, only few people are responding. Whenever I call, you people are again responding. Try to communicate. So, features of Python in the platform independent, I set this type of answers. I said this type of answers. So, here I got it. Platform definition I said, definition of OS I said, everything is completed. చదువుకోండి కొద్దిగా. So, coming to that, now I am going to say next step. Working with OS based operation. With OS, what I should do it? Tell me, with OS, a programmer can communicate in what way? When I submit my program for execution, resources are granting. Okay, that is well and good. What extra I can do with it, you tell me? As a Python programmer, as a Python programmer, as a Java programmer, what our role to interact with OS? As a Python programmer, as a Python programmer, what you are going to do with OS? With with OS, we can do the following operations. We can do the following operations. What are those operations? Can you tell me, students? Number one, number two, number three, number four. What are the operations you are going to do? Number one. Number one. What are you doing? ఏమో ఎప్పుడన్నా ముట్టుకుంటే కదా అది సిస్టమ్. సో లుక్ ఎట్, I will say right click, new, new folder. I will create a KVR. What is that KVR called? I created a folder. Correct? So what is the first operation you are doing? Create a folder. So with OS, what I am doing? I am interacting to create what? Folder. Folder is nothing but what? Directory. Directory also called folder. That is one thing. Next. Next, what I am going to do next? You see, you see, this is my folder. I'll say right click and I will say what? Rename. I'm going to do what? Python. I'm going to do Python. What is this is called? Come on. Huh? Do renaming a folder. Renaming a folder. Am I rename the folder or not? I am renaming. I'm showing there. Why are you not saying that? English rather. Gurtundu. 1947. అన్ని మన దగ్గరే ఉంటాయి అవన్నీ. Renaming a folder. Next, I will go to the place. What is next? Show more options. Say delete. So gone. What is this called? Huh? What is that? Delete a folder. Delete a folder. Delete a folder. Next, next, I will go to this place. I will go to this place. Here I am going to say D colon. I will go to this place. Here this is called one file. I am going to say it is a file. It is a file. Now I am going to do what? I will go for what? Delete. I'm going to say what delete, say more options, say what here now, students? Cut. I'm going to say cut. Is it cut or delete? So I will go to delete ekkada undi. So here still more options. Here I will say delete. Delete, gone or not? What is that is called? Delete a file. Okay? Delete a file. So I'm deleting a file. Delete a file. Delete a file. Next, what I want to do? I will go for giving you D colon. For example, you go to this place. I will submit a file folder. 11 a.m. There is a folder name called what? Files. Files is a folder name. I'm asking you, I'm giving one folder. Find how many number of files are there in the folder. How many files are there in the folder? How many files are there in the folder? You see, you go to the place here, JSON folder, you take it. How many files are there? 4 files are there. Is it 4 files are there or not? And one folder is also there or not? Right. I want to find out totally how many details are there in my folder. That is called what? One more thing you are going to find. List the files and folders. List the files and folders in specified folder. List the files in a folder. That's all. These are the operations we are going to do. Sixth one, I can say, I can tell you the code of what, how do you shut down the system? How do you shut down the system? I can tell the code also, but I don't tell. Why? Because if you suppose my system is there, right click, I will say shut down. If I click on it, what will happen? It will shut down. But if I tell Python code, it will give you some OS files will be erased. When OS files are arising, my system cannot start from tomorrow. And if I tell, you will execute in the lab also. Lab systems will be disturbed. If you want to execute now, in the last class, I will tell you how to shut down the system. You execute that program in your friend system. Okay. Now you don't execute right now. So I'm not going to tell how to shut down the system. So I'm not going to tell. If you want to execute when your friend is not there in the hostel, you open it, you execute, it will shut down. Next day, if you command open, system will not be restarted again. So that is, these are the operations we do with what? Files. So did you understand? To do these operations, to do the above operations, to do the above operations, we use a predefined module called predefined module called what? Predefined module called what? OS. What is the module name? OS. This is what we are going to do. So one more small concept I want to say. What is the difference between difference between file and folder? File and folder I want to tell. General knowledge. Difference between file and folder. Can anybody can say? Tell me. Difference between file and folder. Folder I will write one side and file name I will write one side. File. Hmm. What do you say? Don't tell folder is a collection of files and a file is not a collection of folders. ఇలాంటి డెఫినేషన్ చెప్పి నన్ను డిస్టర్బ్ చేయకండి. What is extraordinary? It is not an ordinary. What is ordinary? It is not an extraordinary. You don't tell that. What is a folder? What is a file? A file, first I will tell about the file. It takes some space, takes some memory space, takes some memory space on secondary memory. On secondary memory, it will takes the memory space on which memory? Secondary memory. That is in the hard disk, it will take the memory space. Whereas folder is also one file name, doesn't take, does not take does not take memory space, does not take memory space on where, on which memory? Secondary memory does not take memory space. It is not going to take any memory space on which memory? Secondary memory. It won't take any memory space. Shall I show you that? Let's go. File name takes the memory space in secondary memory because it contains the statements, flat file data, records, etc. Folder does not take any memory space. Go there, you take it, you see. Notes is a folder or not? Banking employee information system is a folder or not? You see the size. No size here. No size here. It is a file folder. File folder, no size. But a dynamic write data, emp.pic, these are all called files. Are they taking some space or not? 1 KB, 1 KB, 1 KB. This is called the ultimate difference between what? File and folder. So don't tell folder is a collection of files. File is not a collection of folder. This difference, that difference. It is not an academic exams. Understand this? Right. So let us go to back. Now I am going to write the first program. What is the first program? Write a Python program which will create a folder. Write down. Open the notes. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will create a folder, which will create a folder. Write a Python program which will create a folder. Okay. So coming to this, how to create a folder, I'm going to tell you students, look at on the screen, very simple. So Python here, program for, program for creating a folder, program for creating a folder. To do this, creating a folder, which module I have to use? One, OS module we need to use. So I'm going to take OS folder create, folder create dot py. So I'm going to take it. Import OS. Import OS. What is the folder? What is the folder? Folder is a file name which does not contain any memory space. Folder కూడా ఒక name ఉంటుంది. Folder also contains one name. Folder also contains one name, but it does not take memory space. But file name is the one name only. It is a named location in the secondary memory, which will take some space. Understand? Right. Let us go to that. To create a folder, we use a function called mkdir. Mkdir. Spell out. What is mkdir? Your WhatsApp language. MK means make. Make. Thank you. TQ అని రాస్తారు కదా మీరు. TQ. Like that. MK. MK means make. dir means directory. What is the function name now? Make directory. Modu. mkdir. Spell out. మీకు పేరు బాగుంది కదా ముద్దు అని. mkdir. mkdir. I want to create a folder. You want to execute on PyCharm? You can execute. mkdir. Where I'm going to take it? kvr. I want to create. అక్కడ చూపిస్తాను మీకు PyCharm లో చూపిస్తాను ఇది. I'll show in PyCharm. It's quite interesting there. So this I will go to it. చదువుకోండి. So let us close this project. So new project. So I'm going to take it 11 a.m. OS OS operations. OS operations. So here in this case I'm going to take it. Here I'm going to take it something like Here I'm going to write it. What is this? OS folder create dot what? Py. So there I'm going to write it. There I will bring it. One small description already wrote now. So here I will bring it. Now start here. Import what? OS. Now I'm writing OS dot mkdir of kvr. Kvr is called what? A folder which is created in the current working folder only. What is my 11 a.m. OS OP is one folder. In that folder, this is getting created. Now I'm going to write it. Print of what? Hmm. Folder created. Folder created. Folder created. Verify. Verify. So done. Execute. Now be careful. See this side. Folder will create and output also will be coming. See this now. Folder created. ఇక్కడ చూడండి. Already folder is created or not? Move to the top right. Folder created. Is the folder created or not? Yes, done. Folder created. Again you run it. Will it create again another folder on same name? Hmm. Will it create again? అది కూడా తెలియదు. Already one file name is there. Will it takes another file name? No. Then you will get what error? Huh? என்னది? File exist error. File exist. Already something is present. Again will not create na? Which error? File exist error. Same error I said in the X format, X mode and X plus mode format I said. So you will be getting what is this now? File exist error. So I will handle it or not? I will hand over it. I will handle it. How do you handle it? Try. Try. See exception handling, how much important it is. Except file exist error. I will say what again here? Folder Folder already exists. Folder already exists. Try to run this now. Here you got it. Folder already exists. Suppose I want to create this folder in where? E colon KVR Python 11 a.m. 11 a.m. under files, under nodes. I want to create 11 a.m. files under nodes I want to create. E colon, I will go to where 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Under that files is there, under that nodes is there. No more folder is available now. I want to create now. Execute. This complete path I am going to create. Beautiful. So it is created. File created. So check it out. Go to this place. It is getting created. See the bottom side. If you go back once and again, if you come to this place, it will come here. KVR is created or not. Folder does not contain any size. Files only will contain what? Sizes are there. Getting or not? Very simple. Now I'm going to take up one more subfolder I want to create. Subfolder. In this, I want to create Python. Already there is a KVR folder. One more Python I am using. In this folder, there is a subfolder is created. Execute. What is happening? Folder created. How? You see, under this KVR, there is a Python created or not? You cannot create both of them at a time. What is this now? India, India, and then TS. You cannot create. What is the first trying to create? TS. To create the TS, it will look for what first? India. Do you have India here? No, you will get what? Come on. File not found error. File not కాదు. File not found error. మొత్తం పలుకుతే ఏమవుతుంది? ముద్దు. File not found error. Spell out. File not found error. So this is called a file not found error. I need to go for what also? I need to take it as what? Except file not found error. There I'm going to write it. So what is this now? Root folder does not exist. Root folder does not exist. Look at that. Root folder does not exist. Are you able to follow? Right, done. Even with OS also, we create one folder at a time. What is the function name we use? Muddu, mkdir, mkdir. So what is the function name we use? Mkdir. Next, I want to go for what? Delete a folder. Delete a folder. Can I delete a folder? Yes, go to delete a folder. What is the delete a folder? Rmdir. What is the function name? Rmdir. What is the rm? Come on, remove dir folder. Remove the dir. Simple. Go to the place. Now I am going to take up. So I will take it very easy. Now OS remove folder. Remove folder dot py. Remove folder dot py. There I am going to take up. How do you go for it? Program for hmm, program for removing the folder. 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 So I'm going to write it. Come on, start. Import os dot rmdir of what? One restriction is there, student. What is the restriction, student? Once you are removing any folder through Python program, through Java program, through any language, OS will not permit directly when that folder contains any files internally. Means మనకు అర్థం కాదు. సో మనకి ఇంగ్లీష్ రాదు, కాంప్లికేటెడ్ సెంటెన్స్ రావు, ఇవన్నీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. ఎందువల్ల వచ్చినాయి ఇవన్నీ? మీకంతా శంకర్ దాదా ఎంబీబీఎస్ లో చెప్పారు కాబట్టి. సో గో టు ద ప్యాక్ 2. Last 2 months back, in our colony, in one house, అంటే నేను చూడను కూడా, ఎప్పుడు చూడను అది. ఇన్ అవర్ కాలనీ, మై హౌస్, 6th house. In the 6th house, one school they kept. School. In a house, school they kept. So their school, 1 to 5th class, they started. Maybe 4 or 5 months back, I think so. There, do you know who are teaching? నేను వాళ్ళని చూస్తాను నేను. In sometimes when I went to afternoon, sometimes when I did not bring my lunch, when I go to home, I used to look at who are the people who are teachers who are there. In our colony, people only teaching. And of course, girls don't feel it. They're all failed candidates. 10th class చదివి, they studied 10th class. They are going and teaching to 5th class student. English medium, that too. ఈ candidate కే ఏం రాదు. This 10th class failed candidate don't know anything, they are teaching. That's why these days education is going in school days itself. And who are there? All girls teachers only. ఏమీ రాదు వాళ్ళకు. రియలీ రియలీ నాకు చూస్తే చాలా బాధ అనిపిస్తుంది. రియలీ ఐ ఫీల్, బికాజ్ ఐ యూస్ టు సీ those madams every day. They are going vegetables bringing, that bringing this. They don't know how to speak properly also. And they are teaching to 5th class student. 5th class student is going to 6th class, 7th class, 8th class. What they will teach? English also don't know. And they are teaching to the students. Even they come to Python class, how can I manage them? How can I teach them? That is my botheration. So like that. And when the school is about to leave, all parents are waiting. ఏదో అదేదో ఆక్స్ఫోర్డ్ యూనివర్సిటీ అన్నట్టు. దే ఆర్ డూయింగ్ లైక్ దట్. నాకు అనిపిస్తుంది, ఎందుకు వీళ్ళు అసలు, ఏంటి వీళ్ళు అసలు, వై, వేర్ ఈస్ దిస్ వరల్డ్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్? అసలు హౌ దిస్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఈస్ గివింగ్ పర్మిషన్? ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్, I need to see who are the teachers, what is the qualification required. First, when I am the education officer, first I will contact, first send the teachers here. I will ask the questions. Science teacher, Explain the stages of mitochondria. All the steps you explain. You are a physical science teacher. If you are a chemistry teacher, explain all 101 period, all elements. 101 elements are there. You explain them. You write S orbital contains what, D orbital contains what, P orbital contains what. You explain all of them. I will ask questions. Math teacher. I will ask all formulas. PET teacher. First you do walking first. When I see the PET teacher, అసలు అంటే నేను చెప్పకూడదని, he taking big stick and sitting like chair only. What is this? Where these people are going like that? Because I have observed every point. So like that, how that new generation people will want their studying students. That's why when you are taking an admission to anybody, you need to see the quality first. At least you have to educate by yourself. You have to educate. నేను అందుకనే నా డాటర్ని చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి నేనే టీచర్ ఆమెకి. అంటే నేను సర్టిఫికేట్ ఇవ్వలేను కదా. I cannot give certificate. I have to send school. I said, go, come, I will explain to you. That's why even intermediate level programming, myself only taught to her. So that's why logical skill, building the logic skill, that is depends on teacher. Need to go to school, need to listen. But who is teaching, what is teaching, that is an important. So నేను ఇవన్నీ చూసి చూసి నాకు చాలా ఒక్కోసారి ఐఎమ్ అనేబుల్ టు స్కూల్ దట్ సీ దట్ స్కూల్. అండ్ హౌ టీచర్స్ విల్ గో, బ్యాగు అది ఇది మొత్తం. యూ కెనాట్ ఇమాజిన్. ఈవెన్ యూ కెనాట్ ఇమాజిన్. ఓకే, ఎనీవో కమ్. అండ్ గర్ల్స్ డోంట్ ఫీల్ మా, because when you go to school also, when that situation happens, you will also do the same bad on others or not. సో నేనేం చెప్తానంటే క్వాలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. దట్స్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్. మీరు కూడా అంతే. ఇఫ్ యూ బికమ్ ఏ టీచర్ సమ్వేర్, నువ్వు చెప్పేది కూడా అదే. Why they will prefer girl teachers? Because they are more patiency. More patience will be there with the girls rather than boys. అర్థమైందా? దట్స్ వై టీచర్ అంటే గర్ల్స్ అనుకుంటారు. దట్ ఇస్ ద మీనింగ్. Online students are listening very carefully now. So what Sar is explaining. Okay, RMDIR. Now I am going to take it. So what is this? KVR and Python I am writing here. Whenever I write RMDIR, it is not going to remove. Why? First it will look for what? Python. First it will look for what? Python. Python removed. But when I say only KVR, KVR is called what? Folder. That folder internally contains what? One file. OS will not permit. But if you want to delete any OS, suppose for example, D colon operations is there. So many files are there inside. I can directly delete. I can directly delete. So OS software will, OS itself will remove, but it won't allow other language to delete the folder which contains the files. So what they said to other language programmer, if a Java statements want to remove the file from folder, that folder must be empty. Otherwise you will get OS error. Which error? OS error. Look at that. Look at this now. RMDIR, KVR I am saying. If it is successfully deleted, what is this now? Folder removed. Folder removed. Folder removed. And if it is not there, you will get which error? OS error. Now right now you will get OS error because the KVR contains what? Python. Python itself is a folder. Though it is a folder, it is considered as a file name only. Execute it. Now you see ma OS error. Chadukondo sari. Windows error. The directory is not empty. So I will write it what ma? DIR. Here I'm going to write it except which error? Except OS error. So what is OS error? Don't tell operating system error. Embabu, what is OS error? OS error will occur when we are removing the folder where it contains some file. When you are attempting to remove the folder where it contains some file, that time Windows will give you OS error. What is OS error? Operating system error. If you tell like that, it's a problem. You need to tell folder contains here folder must be empty. Ensure it. Ensure it. See that. Execute it. Folder must be empty. Ensure it. Suppose I am writing KVR1. Do you have KVR1 here? Now you will get which error? File not found error. What is this now? Except what I am writing, ma? File not found error. File not found error. Okay. I will write it what? Folder not found. You execute it. What is coming? Folder not found. If I say KVR, which one is coming? Folder must be empty. Ensure it. Why I am telling exceptions also? Simply I will say os dot remove dir Python removed everything over. That is called not at all a good teaching. You have to tell result with exceptions. That is called a way of explaining. Now I am going to write it. Of what I am writing, ma'am? Python. Will it be removed or not? Will it be removed or not? Quickly. Yes or no? Hmm. Yes or no? Small Python and then capital Python. Removed or not? Removed or not? Hmm. No. First you said yes. Later you are changing to no. Now finally tell me yes or no. Huh? No. Wrong answer. Yes. Because operating system never bother about its case study. Never bother about its case. It bother about the meaning. Meaning. అదే నేను డైరెక్ట్ క్యాపిటల్ పైథాన్ కూడా రాసేయచ్చు. But I want to make you to think about the subject. That intelligence need to come through faculty only. అర్థమవుతుందా? Yes. So I will go to what? Python. No problem. Let it be. It is removed. It is removed. Folder removed or not? Yes, removed. Removed. That is gone. This is OS is not there. OS is not there. Are you following me? So such a type of programming knowledge required. Then you are most suitable to work in Facebook, Google, Amazon, Microsoft. You'll get some type of energy to work with big companies. So the faculty is the one which will be creating from childhood days onwards. That grown up is required like that. When you touch on some mobile, what is opening something? So you have to tell to your daughter or son, what is happening behind this? How to write the code? How to think the logic? From beginning, childhood days onwards, you have to create the thoughts. A creativity create child. That is called teacher role. Understand? స్కూల్ చార్ట్ బోర్డు పెద్ద షీట్ తీసుకెళ్తా ఉంటారు దారమ్మటి. నాకు చాలా కోపం వస్తుంది దాన్ని చూస్తే. పీసులు చేసి బయటపడాలనిపిస్తుంది. పేరెంట్స్ ఆర్ డ్రైవింగ్, చైల్డ్ ఈజ్ క్యారింగ్ అ బిగ్ బోర్డ్. ఏముంటది అందులో? ఒక చెట్టు, ఒక ఇల్లు, ఆ ముందు ఏదో ఉంటాయి గ్రీనరీ సంథింగ్. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్? సంథింగ్ some hut is there, hut, some trees are there, some chartboard, whiteboard. Buying, money waste, already fees is paying. Again, why is this extra work? Let them study mathematics, physics, chemistry. Waste na girls. Waste a uni use. Waste only. Are you doing that work? No, parents will do. You will carry that. Any use? No, color papers you will buy and put it in the school. Why all these headaches? Maths, physics, chemistry. Total topmost teachers. That is called education. Let you come to the point of it. File not found. This Python is not there. Next, go for one more here called what? KVR. Again, you try to remove that. It is also gone removed. That also removed. Are you following or not? Yes. Now you go to this place in C drive, any kind of thing is available. KVR, Python, something is there. This I want to remove it. How do you remove it? In this place, you see students, you see, observe it. This is available like that. In any of the folder is available, it is getting removed. So it is getting removed. You execute it, Python removed. And next you execute it. Go and see here. In this place, what is available, ma? C colon, KVR is there, Python is not there. You remove the KVR also here, C drive of it, and you are going to get it. In this case, here I am going to also removed. Now I am going to take up in C colon, it is nothing is available. Removed or not? Yes. So, students, this is called what? Removing a folder. Are you following? Next, I want to rename a folder. Renaming a folder, that is nothing but there is a function name called what? Rename of. Rename of. Come on, go. So this place, I will go to this place. Create one folder, ma. Create one folder. India. Create one folder here. India created or not? Okay. Go to next one. I'm going to talk about what is this now? OS. What is this? Rename folder dot py. Rename folder dot py. So there I'm going to write it. Program for program for renaming a folder. Renaming a folder. How do you do? Import OS. OS dot rename. Rename. What is this now? Here I'm writing India. India. I'm going to write India. What is the India? Old folder name. India is the old folder name. New one is called what you know? Bharat. It is called what? New folder name. What is this SRC? Come on. Hmm. What is SRC? Correct. Source. What is the DST? Destination. Kada. ఏం సురేష్ అబ్బా. If my sir will ask what is SRC, I will tell it is a keyword argument. Keyword argument. Already I said to you, functions level Japan. A is equal to C is equal to passing the data by writing the keyword argument. When I say what is SRC, source. What is DST? Destination. Game knowledge adi. What is SRC? Keyword argument. Already said in the functions na. చూడండి మీరే చూడండి ఒకసారి. So, coming to the point of it, Pujita, what is this now? Folder, folder renamed, folder renamed. Verify, verify. If that source is does not exist, you'll get which exception? You'll get which exception? Come on, if source is not there, which exception, students? Except which exception? File not found error. File not found error. So I will write it here. I will write it here. Folder does not exist. Source folder does not exist. Source folder does not exist. Source folder does not exist. Try to run. Observe it. It is happily. Is it renamed as Bharat or not? Yes. Now I want to, without changing the order, I want to change it again to India. Again to India. Again to India. I don't want to change that. I want to just change it. No, no need to change it. But I want to change the Bharat to become again India. What to do? మనకంత సీన్ లేదు నాకు తెలుస్తుంది మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తేనే. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎస్ఆర్సి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు దిస్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ వాట్ డిఎస్టి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు డిఎస్టి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎస్ఆర్సి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు బ్యూటిఫుల్ keyword arguments. I know function name, I know parameter names, but I don't know the order of the parameters. To pass the data more accurately, I will use keyword arguments. I will use keyword arguments. So 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Here functions concept. Functions concept, keyword arguments here, keyword arguments here. I know the function name. In some circumstances, we know the function name, formal parameter name. We don't know the order of formal parameter. To pass the data more accurately, we use keyword arguments. Here, I will write function name of param name value 1, param name value 2, param name value 3. So here if you say take it to this example, keyword arguments example, you see that this is an example I did already. A is equal to D is equal to any of the order you can pass it. Already explained. మీరు చదువుకోకపోతే మనం ఏం చేద్దాం స్టూడెంట్స్? నెక్స్ట్ ఓన్లీ వన్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ ఐ హావ్ టు టేక్ బిగ్ స్టిక్ అండ్ ఐ హావ్ టు డూ డైలీ దిస్ మ్యాన్ హ్యాండ్లింగ్. It's not correct. So let us run this now. Execute. Now it is becoming India. If I run again, you will get what? File not found exist error will be coming. Source file does not exist. Again, I will change it to what? Remove the DST, remove the DST, remove the SRC. Now it will become what? India will become Bharat now. Are you following me? That's all. This is called what? Renaming. Come on, folder. Now I will go to what next? Delete a file. Delete a file. For that, there is a function name called what? Remove. What is the function name? Remove. How do you remove the file name? I will go to removing a file name. So I will go to this place, remove a file name. Remove os remove file dot py. Remove file dot py. There I am going to take it. Program for removing a file. Program for removing a file. Import os dot remove of your file name. Remove of your file name. Which file name I will take? One file name you take it. Somewhere else D colon you take it. KVR sub you take it. There is a student dot. This is called what? I will show you this employee salary analysis. It is called one type of student. This is called one type of properties I will show. Maybe it is a PNG file, I think so, student. I will just show here properties. It is called what you know, extension D colon, and then what is the properties? It is a folder, okay. Properties here, extension. So it is which extension it is? View sort by properties. So here, what is an extension, students? In advanced level, now it is not showing. Actually, you are supposed to folder ID, media player. What is this? This is called one type of PNG file. This is. It is called a QR code program generation. It is. I will go to this Excel file. So more properties. Here I am going to take it. Which file it is? CSV file. Excel file it is. If you get confused about it, go to some more things. Bank here. ICICI.py file I will remove. Better to go for removing this. So go to this place. I will say D colon bank. What I will write it? ICICI.py. This I am going to remove. Double slashes you need to write it. I will close it. os.remove. os.remove. Of what? Print of what? Print of what? File name removed. File name removed. What is this now? Verify. Verify. If the file name does not exist, you will get which exception? Hmm? Come on. File not found error. File exist error. File not found error. I will say here, in this case, print of file not found. You try to run, it is getting removed. File name removed. Go to the place where it is In D, there is a bank, nothing is available. It is removed. Are you following me? So in pack 2, MI is there. I want to remove that. I want to remove that again. So this, if you run again, you will get file not found error. You will get it. If I said this one, pack 2, pack 2, this is pack 2, MI, MI. I'm just writing it. It is also getting removed. File name removed. If we go to that place, in this case, D colon, in pack 2, there was no such file is available MI. This is called removing the file name. Clear? Online students, are you following? So this is called deleting the file. Last time is over, students, but I want to take 2 minutes. Listing the files. There is called what? List dir. List dir. Because tomorrow I want to start new chapter called very important Python database communication. Again, super important concept that is. So listing the dir. How to list the files in the folder? How to list the files in the folder? I want to go for it. Simple. Now I want to write it. Last example. Here, OS list files dot py. List files dot py. So I'm going to write it. Program for program for listing the files in folder. In folder. So I'm going to take up. Import OS. I'm going to write it. OS dot list files list dir, sorry, list dir. You need to say list dir. You need to say the folder name. Which folder name, ma'am? I will take it. Go to the place. Our 11 a.m. folder. Under that files is there. There are a lot of files are there or not? I will take up this entire thing. You place it here. Double slashes. Double slashes. It will give you what? Files list. Files list. Students, listed dir will bring all the files present in the files folder, put it into left side variable. The left side variable belongs to the list object. Which object? Student, number of files is equal to number of files is equal to, I am writing here, len of what? Files list. Len of what? Files list. How many files are there? 24 files are there. What is the type? You want to see type also? You want to see. Just a type I will write it. Type. Type. What is the type here? List. So you are understanding len here. How do you get that values now, ma'am? For file name. For file name. In where? Files list. Print of backslash t dot format of what? File name. Execute. You are getting all the file names are coming or not? All the file names are coming. Sir, I want only Python files, sir. Only Python files you want to get, sir. See how simple it is. I will write it. Any logic? Any logic, students? 2.py. I will carry this. Any logic? No logic so far. Come on, I will write if file name, you know, file name, file name ends with, already said right or not? Ends with, what is an extension? .py. Then that time you list the files. You will get only Python files. Only py. Understand? Like that. Like that you can write it. Once you know good logic, you can get it. So I hope so. This OS based operations are very easy, not at all difficult. Whose detailed notes I will send to you. Okay, now tomorrow I will go for which concept? Python with a database communication. In your system, install Oracle software. I'm not going to tell how to install Oracle software here. Database classes over. MySQL over. No. ఏం చేస్తున్నారు ఇన్ని రోజులు? Do you know database? Any knowledge is or RDBMS knowledge is there? Right, stand up. So what is RDBMS? Hmm. Okay. So What is 1NF? 1NF. Don't know. Second normal form, third normal form, BCNF, third normal form, fourth normal form, fifth normal form. What are the chord rules? So not only you, not only you. So generally, so go to the tomorrow class, no problem, nothing to bother about it. Install Oracle in your place and come to the class. I'll explain in the class how to communicate with the database. చదువుకోండి కొద్దిగా read out. So with this files are over effectively and read that, and I'm going to enter into the database software again. There also you need to do one more project. Same type of mechanism only. One more CLI project. It's a language level projects we can call. Thank you. Carry on. All the best. Online students. So time is almost over, students. I will stop my class tomorrow. Don't miss it. Very, very important session. Thank you. All the best.